Hello, so I am pretty much done except for my hair. So I am going to show you how to use straighteners in like a different way. So I am going to show you a good next day hair. So I washed my hair a couple of days ago, so not yesterday, day before, and I just did like a smooth blow dry. So I am going to put a little bit of dry shampoo through today. It's more when you pull it back that you see it. That it feels a bit greasy, but I'm going to use After Pillow. I love this one because it's not going to dry the scalp out as well, and it's like a clear mist rather than like a white powdery mist. So I love that. Then we're going to use Retian, which is Eufora's dry heat protection. So we can spritz that on and brush it through, and it's going to give us some extra protection. Going to use Eufora's Fresh Effect as well. This is their dry shampoo, but I prefer the Senses one because this has a bit more of like a gritty texture to it. So, but I'm going to use that to create like a wave. So I am going to do waves like this. So when some people say waves, they think like of a looser curl, whereas I'm actually going to do some waves because I'm going to wear a hat today because I've got some things I need to do. So yeah, let's get started. Right, so give your dry shampoo a good shake up. Then I lift the hair. I spritz in and around. I tend not to do like the middle bit here. I only do the top bit because no one's going to see that. Give it a good massage in. When you're using dry shampoo, you should shampoo it in as well. So we'll do that. Very weird for me to take Saturdays off. My alarm still went off this morning. I was like, oh, I don't need to get up. Give it a good massage through. I haven't actually brushed my hair yet. I tie my hair up at night and then really loosely, and then by the time I wake up in the morning it's all pulled out, and then I tie my hair up in the shower. So this is actually first time me brushing my hair. I use Simonsen's Wonder Brush. I love this one because the bristles are really soft. Sorry, I should have de-haired this before we got started. And you see I sort of hold the hair when there's knots, just so I'm not like ripping it through. If you're like this, like just stop, hold the hair and do that. Right. Now that's all brushed through. I'm gonna put the Retain by Eufora through. You can put this on wet or dry. I have, when I blow dried my hair a couple of days ago, I used this then, and then I'm just going to reapply now just to make sure I've got full heat protection because my hair obviously is blonde. And so I really spray it through the bottom and then work all the way through. And don't be afraid to kind of lift the hair up, get everywhere. Now this is a wet spray, so it will make your hair, you can see my hair looks a little bit like damp now, but it will dry in. So we just give my hair a good brush through. Just need the clip. I've realised I've only got one, and a hairband. I can do with that actually. So what I'm going to do is just fluff the hair out. Now I'm going to section my hair into 3 sections. So I'm going to go from my temples here and draw of my thumbs all the way around to the back. And then we're going to twist. I'm going to use a little bungee to just lightly, don't really like securing too much because you're going to pull it out soon. Then I'm going to go just above my ears here. I am still going to need an extra clip. My little bag of tricks. And then I'm just going to do sort of around the ears and then just slightly down. So I've got this here. And this is what I call pre-sectioning. So my clips are already up out the way. So as I work up, it's a lot quicker and a lot more efficient. So I have my cloud lines. I have the ones, it doesn't actually say on them, but mine aren't the original. They're the other ones, so they haven't got any buttons. So you can see it goes red when it's heated up, and then I go like Dorothy from Wizard of Oz, and these turn down to 165. I'm only going to have them on 165 for the simple reason that this is like day 3 after washing, so it means your hair is going to be a little bit more probably dried out, and a little bit, the fabric's not going to feel as soft, and my hair is bleached as well. So this little cool technique I learned years ago. So you clamp, we rotate out, we rotate under, we rotate under. See, it gives us that nice wave. So we'll do this side, over, under, over. And I always like to finish on an under. It looks a little bit weird when I first start. First section done, I take a clip out. Done. And I pick up a section and I separate and just run my fingers through. If you find it easier, like, don't pick up the straighteners until you're ready. So we're gonna clamp in, over, pull down, back. Think of it like a corrugated fan, you know, when you make a fan. And it's gonna give us some different waves. And I'm gonna do them all different because I want it to be a textured finish. The hair that's not been done, it will be slightly longer, so that's why I always kind of pick up from the bottom. Comb through with my fingers. Rotate back. This gives you kind of like, you know, when you've plaited your hair and you've left it overnight, kind of gives you that. I'm going to go opposite here. Take my next section. See how much quicker it is when you have that? I'm just going to give this section a bit of a brush through because I can just feel. And be careful when you do that, kind of pick the hair up so you're not brushing the hair from underneath. Like that. Ow, elbow. I sort of sat in a bit of a weird position really because my windows in my house are really high. The light comes through very strange. It makes me look really shadowy. Oh. So this is quite a big section here, so I'm probably going to half that again so we have a smaller section. That. Then we'll take that little top section there. I'm just going to take that bit because it feels a bit wide. Lovely. We'll work with this bottom piece now. So I can move, so I can see. And take that in half. Over, under. And this is a proper old school technique. I remember when we first started sort of working with straighteners in this kind of way in the salon. I remember someone saying to me, you can curl with straighteners. And I was like, don't be ridiculous, they're straighteners. I remember saying that when I was like a Saturday girl. And little did we know all the magical things that we can do. So get over, under, over. And you can do this on any length. You literally just like carry on. So I collect all the hair that I need. So can you see this is quite a big section? So I'm going to half it that way. And I take the bottom piece and I lay that over so when I'm done, it's easier to pick up. So we'll go over, under, that tiny little bit. There's that back piece. So I'm going to go up. So ladies that wake up and your hair is already a little bit kind of kinky, if you miss bits, it's not so much of an issue with this kind of look. And then that's what kind of helps me, because my hair's actually really, really straight. So I'm very blessed that when I blow dry my hair, it just goes really straight. But when I sleep on it, and some of my friends will vouch for me, that we used to go out all the time when we could go out. We used to go clubbing. I used to wake up next morning and my hair used to be in an unholy state. It used to be all over the place, all over the place. So learning to do these kind of styles really helps, because I can kind of work with the texture that I've been given throughout the night. And sometimes like I wake up and I like that texture. I wake up and think, actually, it's a bit of a Cape Moss, messy, dishevelled, meant to be kind of look. Right, on this top section, I'm going to give it a little brush through as well. Shaky, shaky. Brush through. It's alright, that's just my straighteners telling me they're turning off. That's why I like these, they automatically turn off when you don't use them for, I think it's like 20 seconds or something. But as soon as I clamp these on, they come back on and they heat straight up. Now I'm going to go back, because this is a front piece. I don't have a big bubble around the front. So yeah, so it comes in, whereas I would have that here, and so that's why I kind of did it a bit softer. And you could even just start lower down. So I'll just show you, for example's sake. So I'll show you here. So say I want it a bit flatter here, I just start down here. And ladies that got like wavy hair, just do like a little bit of that. And then we're gonna go under. I think it's turned these out where I've done that a few times. Yeah, let's turn them back down. Gives you a bit of a vintage look to it as well. So if you did it all like the same way, it's going to give you kind of like a finger wave effect. And just make sure you get a good turn, and that's going to give you a good shape, little fluffy bit. I do always, that's kind of like my look, so I always have a bit here and then I always pull a bit down there. I just feel like it looks a bit softer for my face shape. And we just give a little scrunch. Now this side is slightly bigger because my parting's over that way, so I am just going to section. By the way, these clips are HegHog Eagle clips, and they're brilliant because you can see they literally clamp around like every bit, so they are really, really good. So section through. The only things they're not good for is like shorter hair. Shorter hair, you're going to need a bigger, a smaller, finer clip. Sorry, I got distracted. Harry just like peeked his head and it's like, is she filming? Yes. So, can you see that it's like bubbled up a bit? So I'll just give it a little brush through. Now, I'm gonna go in here. I'm gonna go over. And once you've got the technique, you can do it pretty much anyway. Might go over that bit again, don't like it. And that's okay. If you have bits you don't like, just leave them. Don't keep going over and over and over. Leave them, let the hair cool down, and then we'll come back to it. So here I'm going to start a little bit lower to match the other side. So we're going to go under, over, under, over. I think I'm saying it the opposite way. There. That bit fell out, so I'm just going to pick it up from the under there. So then we go over, I think it's my hand's going under, over. I think that's why I keep saying it that way. And so I don't do a full turn. Let me drop that bit there. Brush it through. And then here I am going to start going that way first, just because like I said on the other side, I don't want it bobbling up, but I am going to finish a little under there, because otherwise I don't want a bit like kicking out right around the front of my face. Take this bit off, push it over, section. Don't just think, oh, I'll just take that as one big chunk. That's where a lot of people go wrong. They just take like a whole chunk section of hair that's falling out all over the place, and then you end up with like odd straight bits. So do try and like take like smaller sections here. So we're going under, over, over, there. Take that front piece, and then I can have a little look. So we can go under, over, under, over, and tiny little finish on the end there. Try not to, with this, don't brush it through too much because it will grow. I will show you how to sort it out if that does happen. And then what I do to check the back is I actually grab the hair and I pull it around so I can see there's like a piece here that's not quite as wavy. I think that's that bit. Let me just give a little brush through. All right. All sassy straighteners. Like, I'm done. No, you're not. Over. Ta-da! Sorry, got excited there. I'm going to check this piece back out here. So it's just here. I just don't like how it just, I think it's too big of a section. I think it's too big. It feels too big. So, a little brush. A brush. So let's try again. And I'm just going to take it a little bit slower. So how does it start? Let's have a look. It goes under. Oh gosh. Getting all cack-handed. See, it happens to the best of us. Let's try it this way. Let's go over, and I'm just going to take it a little bit slower because the section is a little bit bigger. Doesn't always mean make your straighteners hotter. Just go a little bit slow. We've got the heat protection on there. I put it on when the hair was blow dried. I've put it on now. So that's better. Lovely. Now let's just pull this round. So you see, yeah, so I kind of go like that and I pull it right round. And if there's a straight bit, you'll see it. Or you could just do the double mirror thing. I don't have a second mirror here to show you that trick, but later the week I will show you. I always am a fan of shaky, 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 shaky. Just separates everything so you're not like running your hands through like this. So, but you can brush your fingers through, but you see it looks slightly different now. Whereas this I feel gives you more like texture, and I've kind of kept them waves. So it's not an issue. What I'd like to do, a little bit of fresh effect. I don't hate it. There we go, it's a bit better. You see how I sort of scrunch and rub like this? You'll see a lot of hairdressers that do a lot of this with their fingers. It's all in the fingers to kind of scrunch in. So give it a good shake. Sorry about my face. And I kind of like to spray, when I'm doing a textured look, I like to spray up and in, not sort of like down here. I kind of go up and under. I'm doing that same kind of technique. Through there, I like a little bit of a, so all I'm doing there is just use my fingers just to pull in and push it up, just to give me a little bit of shape around the face. Even though I'm going to put a hat on, ridiculous, but just so helps me. So when you take a hat off or a hairband or something like that, get rid of that hat hair, just give your hair a little zhuzh and just a little massage through there. And then I just do a little pull through the fringe, but you could do that like through the hair just to lift it up. You can see it gives me a bit more volume. So let's go this side. I should probably push you back a bit. Sorry, so you can maybe see. Lovely. Now, it depends how your hair holds. You can put a bit of spray through. I don't like to put too much hairspray through. I am going to use, sorry, guys, a little bit of gloss, because this is like day 3. I've got dry shampoo, I've got dry texture spray, not on this top area, but maybe just through the front bit here. Just a little bit of gloss. Smells delicious. I wish you could smell this. And this is just going to give us an aerosol shine spray. Sorry, it's a bit misty. Aerosol shine spray. So it's not going to give you, whereas like normal shine sprays are like a pump and it can be quite greasy. This won't give you, it gives you the shine, but as soon as I rub that in, you get shine, but it's not greasy. So if you are a bit conscious and you're worried, because if you've used shine sprays before and you've just gone and then it's greasy, spray it onto your hands, or if you're brushing out curls, you could spray it onto the brush you're using and brush it out. But yeah, this is going to be my look today. Let me know, and if you try it out, please tag us in. And yeah, this is today's wavy. You wait to see tomorrow morning's. It's going to be fun. What I do as well is I will show you tonight what I do, like my nighttime routine, because I do a bit of a nighttime thing. Tomorrow will be hair washing day, so I will go through that with you as well. But if you want to see any looks, please comment below, share this video, and I'll see you all tonight.